Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the Noon News from Montana's news leader.
A very good Thursday afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us here on the Statewide Noon News. I'm Samantha Harrelson. In just one day, the Howe Ridge Fire burning in Glacier National Park has grown over 1,000 acres. The fire now burning 3,500 acres and taking Glacier Park history with it. As you can see, the fire perimeter has grown substantially since Wednesday morning. Park spokesperson Lauren Alley says the fire burned actively through the night, which crews were anticipating based on weather conditions yesterday. 2 helicopters worked to drop water on the fire perimeter throughout the day Wednesday. In order to slow fire growth, fixed-wing aircraft were not able to assist yesterday due to low visibility, though. On Wednesday morning, some evacuated landowners were able to return to their properties for a brief time, although some areas were still considered to be too dangerous. The Southwest Area Type 1 Incident Management Team is now on site. They'll take over the management of the fire early tomorrow morning.
Type 1 team generally comes with their own meteorologist, so someone who can actually get out onto the ground, take measurements, put in weather stations, really figure out what's happening in this specific locale. We'll have fire behavior analysts who will be able to analyze what's likely to happen based specifically on our terrain, our weather, our fuel loads.
And elsewhere, just 35 miles southeast of Lake McDonald, the small town of Essex is now under an evacuation warning as the Powell Ridge Fire edges closer to that community. The lightning-sparked fire has burned about 350 acres since it started over the weekend. New this afternoon, another body has been recovered from the Bighorn Lake following a weekend boating accident. The body of 36-year-old Nathan Kelly from Billings was recovered late Wednesday as the search continues for another missing man. Divers using an underwater remote-operated vehicle located Kelly and the boat involved in the incident, and recovery efforts began immediately. One man remains missing. The body of a woman was recovered on Sunday. Another man was flown to a Billings hospital in serious condition. The lake will be closed again today between dayboard 6 and 8 from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. as those recovery efforts continue. Elsewhere, the body of a missing hiker has been found and recovered from the Crazy Mountains. Search and rescue crews discovered the 39-year-old Michigan man's body Wednesday afternoon in a steep and rocky chute. He was reported missing Monday night when he didn't return from a hike. He was volunteering with the Rocky Mountain Goat Alliance and Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks. And in Kalispell, at least one person is dead after a fatal crash Wednesday afternoon. The crash happened around 3 o'clock on U.S. Highway 93 North near Reserve Drive. Details on the crash are limited at this moment, but we do know 2 vehicles were involved in an apparent head-on crash. Kalispell Police Department is still investigating. And in other news today, yet another rock slide, the second one this summer, damages a Billings home. This time, the slide dropped a large boulder into a backyard, sending large and small rocks flying into the living room of a residence. The homeowner told MTN News no one inside the home was injured. The call came just before 9 o'clock last night. City officials were expected back on scene this morning to assess the situation. And turning things now to Ed in the Weather Center. Ed, we've been talking a lot about the summer heat, but fall's just around the corner.
That's right. We're going to take a look and see how things are starting to shape up from the Climate Prediction Center. As we start looking towards September, October, and November, we're still looking at above average temperatures, a 20 to 30% chance of warmer than average temperatures, a little better chance in those darker shaded areas of western Montana. In fact, the entire nation is leaning towards warmer than average temperatures other than areas of the extreme southwest. As far as precipitation goes, maybe a little wetter into the desert southwest, but across Montana and northern Wyoming, looking at no major influences. That means a 33% chance of warmer, drier or average precipitation. Take a closer look at the short-term forecast coming up.
Thanks so much, Ed. The Montana Supreme Court will not change the ballot statement for Initiative 185. If passed this November, I-185 would raise tobacco taxes to help fund expanded Medicaid. Earlier this month, a group funded by the tobacco industry asked the High Court to change the ballot statement on I-185. The group claimed the statement lowballed the proposed tax increase and did not make it clear that the measure could increase state spending. But a unanimous court rejects that request. Supreme Court Chief Justice Mike McGrath says while the statement includes a mathematical misstatement about part of the tax increase, it does not mislead voters about the intent of the measure. Sticking with election news, Montana and federal courts are in the process of determining whether Green Party candidates will appear on Montana's November ballot. But Montana's top election official wants the names to stay on the ballot, even if it's ruled later that they shouldn't be. MTN's Mike Dennison reports.
5 weeks ago, a state judge in Helena ruled that all 5 of the Montana Green Party's 2018 candidates will not appear on the ballot this fall because of invalid signatures on petitions that qualified the party. That ruling is now on appeal to the Montana Supreme Court, and another lawsuit was filed this week in federal court to reinstate the candidates. But also this week, Montana Secretary of State Corey Stapleton asked the state Supreme Court to allow him to place Green Party candidates on the ballot, possibly before the case is decided. He says if the courts rule in favor of the Green Party, its candidates' names will be assured of being on the ballot, which must be certified by his office on August 23rd, just 1 week away. If the courts were to rule after that deadline that Green Party candidates remain invalid, Stapleton says any votes cast for them this fall simply won't be counted. The Montana Democratic Party, which won the initial ruling to invalidate the Green Party, says putting Green Party candidates' names on the ballot regardless is a terrible idea. It said on Wednesday that the Supreme Court should reject the request, and that having Green Party candidates on the ballot if they're invalid would only create confusion and cause people to have their votes uncounted. All these arguments could be a moot point, however. Stapleton's office told MTN News Wednesday it's expecting the state Supreme Court will offer some direction by next Thursday. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Thanks, Mike. The Green Party has candidates who filed to run for the U.S. House, U.S. Senate, and 3 legislative districts. Meanwhile, Montana suicide prevention advocates are praising a new federal law designed to improve access to a national crisis line. President Trump signed the National Suicide Hotline Improvement Act this week after it won near unanimous approval from Congress. The law calls for a study to determine whether it's feasible to create a 3-digit, easy-to-remember number for the hotline. Jess Hegstrom of Helena traveled to Washington, D.C. to support the bill last June.
I think that a lot of people don't know the number 1-800-273-8255. Sometimes I even have to look at it to make sure I have it right. So if it's just like 311 or 511 or 711, it'll be easy.
Montana has consistently had one of the 5 highest suicide rates in the United States. According to the Centers for Disease Control, there were more than 260 suicide deaths in the state in 2016, the highest rate in the country that year. Well, thanks so much for joining us here on the Noon News this Thursday. Coming up, the Queen of Soul, dead at the age of 76. Mourners already beginning to pay their respects at her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And after the break, Ed's in with a look at your full statewide forecast as we get closer to the weekend. We'll be right back.
You're watching MTN News with Samantha Harrelson. Storm Tracker weather with Ed McIntosh, and Farm and Ranch News from the Northern Ag Network. This is the Noon News on Q2, Montana's news leader.